oil change, Bubby. My Bubby. Oil change. Dude, I have, from my trip to Wisconsin and back home, my total mileage, come on, well, I got 48,954 miles on this bike. And my mileage for the trip, it's loading. Be patient, guys, it's loading. 4,871 miles. Okay, let's change the oil. Got the bike all warmed up. 4,871 miles. 4,871 miles. When I left here, I went to Wisconsin and back home. Got a little rock here. There we go. So I'm going to change the oil now. Of course, in order to change the oil, gotta take, and I'm going to clean my K&N filter underneath the gas tank. So in order to take that filter out and clean it up and all that, I have to take side covers off. I'm going to go ahead and take the bags off because I'm going to give this my twice a year spring cleaning. So this trip, it definitely deserves a cleaning. So I'm going to take my bags off. That way I can clean underneath, backside, underneath, wheel, clean the wheel real good. New tire, by the way. Got it in Albuquerque on my way up to Wisconsin because I got a flat. And I am scheduled to get a front tire to match my front tire. And I'm scheduled to get that. I'm holding off just probably about 2 weeks before I get it put on. But until then, I'm going to change the oil, clean my filter. And I do got a Power Plus filter. They didn't have one in stock, but it'll probably be here this week. I'm going to change that out. I'm a strong believer when you push air, clean air, through any filter, any port of air intake, it's going to make your engine run a lot better. Why you think dragsters, race cars, and everything have these induction of air coming into the engine? Because it runs better. Just like turbos. What's a turbo? It's pushing air into your intake where you have more power. That's the concept. You know, some people say that you don't need this. You know, it's got plenty of air pushing in. You don't need a filter. You need the filter because it's going to block all the debris getting into your ports and ruining your engine. This is a strong engine. I want to keep it that way. So, all right, I'm going to get going because it does get hot in this garage. I'm going to turn the fan on. And when you turn the fan on, you'll notice that it's going to be loud. So I'll probably play music while I get this box fan. It's a big box fan. Here we go, guys. Air circulating in this garage. Decided to do a voiceover while the fan's running and turn on a little bit of music and enjoy this blues music that I'm playing. So I'm taking both side covers off, and then I'm going to go ahead and take my saddlebags off, take the seat off. This way, when I go to wash it, I can wash things individually. I can wash underneath the seat. I can wash the whole interior of the bike as well. Now, the reason I'm using some channel locks there is because I had an incident last year that my bolts that hold the luggage on came loose and one of my bags was tipping off
and cost about $4,000 worth of damage. So I now put a blue Loctite, or if I can find some red gel Loctite, it makes it easier to take it off. But I do put them on the bolts, and then I use my channel locks because my grip on there, it's going to vibrate, and it's known that the Challengers at a certain RPM, the Challengers have a vibration. Well, I was having a little problems and trying to disconnect these aftermarket tail lights on my bag. I didn't have these before, so I couldn't really see where the tab was to release these. Man, this thing is super dirty. Can you guys see that? It's like super dirty. Look at that. Super dirty. Everything in here is dirty. Grime all over. Gonna need a really deep cleaning. Okay guys, stay with me. Okay, there comes my seat. Just took it off. So what I'm trying to explain here, because I did have a voice recording, but the fan was just too loud. I'm actually kind of instructing, these are the 4 bolts that are going to be taken off. That bracket where the filter is going to come off. And they're not too tight. I believe that's going to be a
6 millimeter.
6 millimeter as well. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me, guys. Just check it out. And it was pretty simple. Taking these 4 bolts, loosening them off, and then just taking them off. So now what I'm going to do is I want to slide that wire harness off with the backbone and a couple little fuel lines as well. I think they're fuel lines or brake lines on the right side of that backbone there, and they got some zip ties. Just cut them off and replace them with some new ones. Pretty simple. There we go. Put a new zip tie there. Take a little place, a knob where you can put it. Go. Same thing here. Put these zip ties. You can pull these out of the way. Much on there. A lot of grime. Gotta clean this out. Pretty filthy. Let's see how dirty this is. It doesn't say that, you know. But to me, it's pretty much black. Got some bugs in there. The backside is clean, which that's what goes into your engine, your intake. This is pretty filthy, and I can feel the weight on it. So I'm gonna shine a light. I'm gonna show you guys inside this port, and I bet you there's sand, bugs, and everything else in there. You guys can't really tell, but let's see if I can get in there. Well, that's about as close as I can get there. I can get the vacuum that out in there. Get a damp cleaner rag where I can. Well, what I'm going to do here before I take the plug off, right here, the oil plug, Sometimes it's hard because of the stopper, kickstand stopper. So this is just a 10 millimeter. Loosen this up. It only goes, it only goes one way. I usually take it off, make the job a lot easier than actually stripping that out right there, your plug. Got to go to my kit there. That kit is for that Venture bike there, but it's going to be trying to do this with one hand here, the wrong hand. You guys see there? It's wiggling all over, huh? Okay, that's in there. I just got to make sure, guys. Okay, I know I have an extension here somewhere. Looking for an extension here if I can take my plug off. I'm looking all over for it. I know it's here somewhere. I'm spending like 5 minutes looking for it. I reached in my back pocket and I had it in the back of my pocket. So I'm gonna take this plug out, guys. There's the plug. Crush washer and a little O-ring that goes in that little sliver there on the shaft there. So the oil is draining. Get some air in there to drain faster here by taking the plug off. I usually take the oil plug off first, that way you don't get a whole hard stream of oil coming out, and then I remove the cap here, allow the pressure. There you go. Now that's going to come out. Let it drain, and then after it finishes draining, I'll take the cap, the oil filter out, which is located right here. You guys can see, pointed out there. It's right there. So here's the cap that I bought from Indian. This is the same cap they use. I've been using it for a while now. 31 bucks plus tax. Crazy, huh? But you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go clean my filter out now. So that's the oil. It's 15 weight 60, full synthetic, 5 quarts. I'm telling you guys what comes in this Power Plus engines, oil kits for the Challengers from Indian dealerships. Then you get the oil filter from Indian. You can see the number there. You get the pressure crush washer, and there's the part number there. And you get the O-ring. So somebody was saying that they can probably get it cheaper doing it themselves. And so what I'm going to do is combine what it will cost me to get the O-ring, crush washer, and the filter from Indian, and then go with an aftermarket oil that's 15 weight 60 full synthetic like Ames oil, and compare the prices. So I'll give you the price here in a minute. It went from 94 the first time I bought this in 2020 compared to now $117.99. Well, let's just round it up, right? $118. So can it be cheaper? Well, I'm going to check it out. So I'll get back to you guys and maybe include it in this video after I price these pieces here, and then price Ames oil that you can pretty much get anywhere 15 weight 60, and that's probably the other oil that you would want to use is Ames oil, and that's probably pretty much what this oil is. It's no secret. Oil's oil, right? Full synthetic oil. They just brand it. So let me get back to doing this job and taking this filter off. Well, while I'm waiting for the oil to completely drain, I got the plug ready. Somewhere right there. In meantime, when I got my pressure washer ready, in meantime, my K&N filter is drying up. Got my solution from Chemical Guys in there. It's pink. I'm going to wash my saddlebags first. Because I don't know if you guys can see it, but it says face wash me. So better give this a little rinse here. Multitasking. Can filter, wash job, oil change job. Got to get it ready for the next. I know the fan's not doing justice, guys, but it's extremely hot in this garage. Okay, Challenger's gonna get the wash now. In the meantime, I'm washing my mat that I use for my tent. Okay, my fellow friends, subscribers, hopefully you're a subscriber. To soak down my bike, I'm gonna let it soak a little bit. See, I'm washing my tarp, guys. You didn't think I was gonna do that, did you? Gotta wash the tarp. Getting all that bike, I'm gonna let it sit there for a while, let it drip, rinse it off, and then get the bucket system and wash it with some brushes. Gotta get some of this grime off before it gets too late. Alright guys, let me get to it. It's getting hot out here in Arizona. Okay, got all the soapy suds rinsed off. Much cleaner. Super clean, but I still gotta sponge it, brush the wheels, stuff like that to get some of the embedded type of grime there. That's it. Got a little cloudy here. Storm might come, so I'm just going to put this up, but got it all cleaned up. Oil change. can filter changed or serviced. Got a lot of grime off this bike. You should have seen the sidewalk. All this black sud was coming off of it. So nice and clean for the next ride. And serviced. Just waiting for the Power Plus filter to come in. You're out of stock. Always, guys, remember, face the road. Especially you, Jerry, Joe, Brian, Kat, my newly friends in the East Coast. I guess you call it East Coast or Midwest. Yeah. Tennessee, Illinois. Oh, and Patrick, not forgetting you, Ozark and Terry. I'd like to make it out there one of these days, so I'll keep in touch. Hopefully you guys are doing good and resting up from this long bike week and long travels. So be safe and remember, face the road.